The name of our story today is Perfect Square. It was a perfect square. It had 4 matching corners and 4 equal sides. And it was perfectly happy. But on Monday, the square was cut into pieces and poked full of holes, and it wasn't perfectly square anymore. So it made itself into a fountain that babbled and giggled and clapped. On Tuesday, the square was torn into scraps. So it made itself into a garden. On Wednesday, the square was shredded into strips. So it made itself into a park. On Thursday, the square was shattered. So it made itself into a bridge. On Friday, the square was snipped into ribbons. So it made itself into a river. On Saturday, the square was crumpled and ripped and wrinkled. So it made itself into a mountain. On Sunday, the square waited to see what was next. It waited and waited. Nothing happened. Its 4 equal sides were confining. Its 4 matching corners were rigid and cramped. So it made itself into a window. That looked out on a mountain that gave birth to a river that was crossed by a bridge that led to a park that was home to a garden that had at its center a fountain that babbled and giggled and clapped. The end. We just finished listening to the story called Perfect Square. Today's activity is going to be to cut a square. So you need some paper that's a perfect square, a marker, scissors, and some strips of paper for writing. So first, here's our square. It has 4 equal sides and 4 corners. Here is the word square. S-Q-U-A-R-E, square. So here's our perfect square. I'm using Post-it notes because they are made into a perfect square. So I'm going to peel off one of the Post-it notes And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the square up the middle to see what other shape I can get. What shape do you think I'll get when I cut this square? Oh, what shapes are those? They have 2 long sides and 2 short sides. They are rectangles. So here's our word rectangle. R-E-C-T-A-N-G-L-E. Rectangle. How many rectangles do you see? Let's count them. 1, 2. There are 2 rectangles. So here is our number 2. That's number 2. Okay, now I'm going to take another Post-it note, another perfect square. There's that perfect square again. And I'm going to cut the perfect square this way. Oh, I got a different shape. It's not the same shape as the rectangle. What shapes are these? These are triangles. T-R-I-A-N-G-L-E. Triangle. How many triangles do we have? 1, 2. 2 triangles. Here's my number 2. Okay. Now I have another perfect square here. But this time, I'm not going to cut the square. If I move the square in a certain direction, I can get another shape. Does anybody know the name of that shape I can get if I just turn the square? Let's see. What shape is that now? Is it a square? No. It's a diamond. D-I-A-M-N-M-O-N-D. Diamond. How many diamonds do I have? 1. Okay, it's your turn. Get your paper, your marker, your scissors. You can cut the square, and then when you find out what shape you make, you can write the shape word. And then count how many shapes you have and make the number. Good luck, everyone.